Hi, it's Elise here at Bowman Library with a whole new teen book spotlight. So this week we are taking some inspiration from what just started, or like if you're like me, mine just started, and that is we are going to be taking a look at some summer books. And here's what we're doing. Every single one of our books this week has the word summer in the title. So we have 6 amazing books, summer in the title. Cannot wait to share them with you. So let's get started. Our first one is Summer Bird Blue. So for Rumi, all she has ever known her whole life is life with her younger sister and her musical partner, Leah. But when a car accident kills Leah, Rumi is filled with so many emotions, including survivor's guilt, since Leah was her mother's favorite. Sent to spend the summer in Hawaii with her aunt Ani, Rumi finds herself in a grief so deep that it seems like she cannot get out of it. It's then that she meets 2 of her aunt's neighbors. There's 80-year-old Mr. Watanabe, who is dealing with his own personal loss. And then there's the teen surfer, Kai, who is easygoing in everything that Rumi is not. As she starts to come out of her grief, Rumi decides that the only thing that's going to help with what she's dealing with, experiencing, is to finish the song that both she and Leah were working on at the time of her death. This realistic book will have you feeling so many different emotions alongside with Rumi, and it can help you either relate to something going on in your life, or it can put you in the shoes of someone who is. An amazing, realistic story, Summer Bird Blue. This one summer, every summer, Rose's family travels to Owago Beach for 2 weeks, and it is those 2 glorious weeks that Rose and Wendy are best friends and do everything together. This summer is different though, as Rose and Wendy start to become teens, and it brings a whole different set of issues with it than they've ever had to experience any previous summers. Now, Rose is ready to grow up, maybe a little bit faster than she should be, while Wendy is still holding on to their childhood antics. Now, while Rose starts to observe her parents' marriage is breaking down, she starts to find new friends with some older teens of the town, including an pretty intense infatuation with the local boy who works at the convenience store. Rose and Wendy find themselves making choices they never had to before, and will have them looking at their futures separately and together differently. This is told through graphic novel format. There's flashbacks. You will find yourself relating to Rose and Wendy as they start to navigate the start of their teen years and how it can be awkward and epically life-changing. An amazing graphic novel. Again, like any one of us can relate to it in some way, shape, or form. This one summer. Summer of the Mariposas. One summer day, the 5 Garcia sisters decide they're going to go swimming in the Rio Grande. And it's there that they stumble upon the body of a man who has drowned. They decide to do the right thing, even though it's not going to be easy, and they return his body back to Mexico. It is then that they set off on a journey that none of them could have ever imagined. Led by forces of both good and evil, they encounter many trials and stumbling blocks along the way, as well as these creations and spirits that each have their own agendas, and they're trying to force their agendas on these sisters. Now, this journey is not only about coming to terms about, their own family, but as well as trying to get this man to return to his family and the true meaning of all of their relationships. This Mexican, American, and Aztec mythology inspired story has a little bit of the Odyssey mixed in. It's one that is totally relatable, even though there is some magical realism in here. There's some good versus evil type deal. No matter the situation that you're in, filled with family, filled with friendship, filled with making choices, Summer of the Mariposas. Harlem Summer by the amazing, great, epic Walter Dean Myers. Anything by Walter Dean Myers, you're in for an amazing story, incredible treat. Harlem Summer, no exception. May not have even heard of this one before. You need to read it though. So 16-year-old Mark, he loves to play a saxophone, and being that it is 1925, that's all he wants to do. But it doesn't pay a lot of money. So when he is offered $5, which doesn't seem like a lot, but in 1925, $5 was a ton of money. When he was offered $5 to complete a job though, he knows because of how much he's gonna get paid, the job has to be illegal. But when he finds out that his idol musician is going to be involved, he signs on, because not only is he getting paid, it's his musician idol. I mean, like, what more could you ask for? When the truck carrying the bootleg whiskey though goes missing and Mark is blamed, it's gonna be up to him to set things right with the mobsters, or he will pay with his life. And it just gets more complicated from there. This is set during the Harlem Renaissance. You will be along on this crazy adventure with Mark as he tries to survive in the only ways he knows how, and it is literally life or death. Like that, there's no in between on this one. Either he's going to follow through, come through, or he's dead. Again, amazing storytelling by Walter D. Myers. Highly recommend it. Harlem Summer. The Summer Prince. In dystopian Brazil, it has been 400 years since nuclear war changed everything, and it made the Y plague came through and took out most of the male population. Now, June Costa lives in the Pelarames Trace, which is a pyramid city that was built there by the controlling Queen Odette. Now, it is at this city, this pyramid city, that the rich live at the top and the poor at the bottom. Kind of goes trickle-down effect from there. Now, June lives on tier 8 with her best friend, and they soon find themselves befriending a guy named Anki, who lives on the bottom. And he's also been named the Summer King. And here's the deal with the Summer King. You're treated really well for a year, but then at the end of that year, guess what? The Summer King is sacrificed. Now, soon June and Enki find themselves working together to create art projects, which bring attention to the growing revolutionary movement. And then June starts to fall in love with Enki, and she knows it's just going to lead to heartbreak. This unique dystopian novel will have you on this incredible internal and external journey alongside June. It's thought-provoking. What would happen if this was our society? If this is where we were headed? Unique, thought-provoking. If you love a good dystopian, it is a standalone, one and done. The Summer Prince. And our last one is The Freedom Summer Murders. And you know I like a good nonfiction. This is a good nonfiction, okay? So it's 1964 in Neshoba County, Mississippi, and there is a struggle taking place. Black individuals have the right to vote. In theory, okay? They have the right to vote, but there are people that do not want them to actually vote, okay? So there are things in place, there's laws that have been put in place, protocols that have been put in place to make sure that Black people do not actually get to use their right to vote. That summer, 1964, there are 3 young men, James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, and Michael Schwerner. 2 were white, 1 was Black. They went down to Mississippi to help get individuals to register to vote. Instead, okay, they go down there with good intentions. One evening, they disappear, and they were found brutally murdered 2 months later. As the investigation gets started, and I use investigation loosely because there's not a lot of time and effort that is put into this, it quickly becomes apparent that they were murdered by the Ku Klux Klan. And this was because they were trying to help Black people register to vote, and they didn't want that to be happening. What happens after is this incredibly long road to justice. 41 years to be exact. This is a true crime book based on an event that was more than just a murder, and it's one that will have you thinking, wondering, why did it take so long for these 3 individuals to get justice, as well as everything that was going on surrounding what took place. An incredible nonfiction read, highly encouraged. The Freedom Summer Murders. So, we have 6 books here with summer in the title to get us started on our summer reading. So, encourage you, come on out, check out one of these. We have plenty of other books. And here's the thing I'm also going to encourage you to do. You can either do it here at the library or you can do it at home. But Summer Reading 2023 has officially started. So make sure you sign up, you read, you track your hours, you get the activities done, you come on down to the library. We got a ton of programs going on. All of this stuff will get you those virtual prize tickets that you can enter to win some incredible, amazing prizes. So again, you can sign up at home, you can sign up here at the library. Just make sure you sign up though, because you're going to be reading a ton this summer. Let's get some credit for it, okay? So that is your mission. Check out one of these or come check out another book. Sign up for summer reading. I hope you have an incredible week, and I hope you tune back next time when we have a whole new teen book spotlight.